Hi, everybody. Here's Mr. Rainoni, and welcome to lesson number 3 of the spring term 2021. Just a quick recap. I hope that you all have a ukulele now, and we are getting comfortable tuning the ukulele by using a clip-on tuner, which I can borrow from my guitar. And I put on here, and is always very, very handy. So let's go through the string names: G, C, E, A. Wonderful. And if you still find that difficult, you can go back to lesson number 1, and I've emailed the link for a nice video on YouTube where you can actually tune step by step using one of these clip-on tuners. And there's also some direction from where to buy this one. So last week we did strum the chord, the C chord, if you remember that one. Don't cut rhythm back. We played that game, and we also played 4 strings we play: the G, the C, the E, and the A. We will develop today on that one. But before we get into play, we're going to do some listening games, because listening is really a quite a skill that we're going to be achieving in music. It's so important to be able to listen, not just to play. Listen to what we play and what other people play, and we develop a good sense of rhythm by doing so. Now we will learn about the pitch. What is the pitch in music? Well, a simple way to describe the pitch is how high or how low a sound can be. That is what a pitch is. Yeah, it's going to be a high or lower sound. And we got a little song here for you to identify whether the pitch is higher, it's going to be lower, or it can be the same. So if we play 2 notes, let's say I'm going to play E, E, I'll say the pitch is the same. If I'm going to hear C, A, I'll say the second note was higher, because that's the A. And if I'll do this one now, the E, G, what I will say is that the second note again was higher. And one more example for you. If I'll do now, I will have to say the second note was lower, because when and if you sing along to that one, it's so much easier to identify what note was higher or lower. So here's a song. It's called Checking the Pitch. And just listen carefully, and we'll see how many can get correct.
Higher or lower or staying the same, checking the pitch is a listening game. Higher or lower or staying the same, checking the pitch is a listening game.
Okay, let me pause it there. So the first one was da, da. Let's see if you can work out which one that is. I'll write it down on mine. Da, da. So the second note, write it down on your notebook. Da, da. And then you let us know which one was lower, the first or the second. The second example was da, da. I'll do that one again. Da, la. So which one was higher, the first or the second? Make a note on that one as well. And here's another example for you.
Higher or lower or staying the same, checking the pitch is
Tin. Write down the answer if you got that one. And we can all email them. And then next week, we're going to check the answer. I'm going to give them to you. And I'm going to play them for you now on the ukulele. The same sound. And then you're going to have another opportunity to write down the answer. Here was the first one. Higher or lower or staying the same. Checking the pitch is a listening game. So you have to write down if the second note was higher or lower. And here's the next example. Higher or lower or staying the same. Checking the pitch is a listening game. And here, still you have to write down the answer. Was the second sound higher or was it lower or was it the same? Here's the last one. Higher or lower or staying the same. Checking the pitch is a listening game. Here we go. And write the answer down. And I hope you have enjoyed this game. It will be really, really good for you to practice that. You can do that on any instrument. You don't even have to use an instrument. You can just use your voice. You can just go la, la. And then I can tell that la was higher than the first sound. So I will say, oh, that was higher. And you can learn the song, which I'm going to put up. And you can play this game with all your friends and your family. Now, to develop on what we've done last week, on 4 strings we play, we're going to review those notes, G, C, E, A, but in a different orders, much more fun. It's one of my favorite songs in the book, Ukulele Magic. If you haven't got that book, get hold of it because there are so many nice songs in there that you will enjoy a lot. This is called String Along Rag. So I will put up on the screen the structure of the notes that we're going to be playing them in a certain order, and you will see it. I'm going to leave that one up all the way through as we play. So what you need to do is just follow the notes the same way you will follow on the book. You start from the left and you go through the right, and then you go to the next line and the next line and the next line until we reach the bottom of the page. Then what do? Once we reach the bottom of the page, we go back right from the start again and we play that one more time, because it's such a beautiful song to play that we have a double version on this CD that we can play it twice. Extra care needs to be taken on the last 2 lines. You may notice on the last 2 lines we have E, E, A, A, which means you now have to go from E, then A, then back to G, 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 and then C, C. So that will be the trickiest part to play, because all of the others, we just play 4 notes of each. So we do 4 Gs, G, 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 then we do 4 Cs, etc., yeah, until we go down right at the bottom. Right, ready, children? Grab your ukulele and let's play String Along Rag with me. There is a little intro at the start. I'll count you in. I'll give you a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's when we start. Right after that number 4, we start counting again, and that's when we play. Three, 4. start again, right at the top. G, 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 C, 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 A, 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 G, 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 Yay! Well done, everybody. If you managed to play that one, do not worry. If you didn't get it right the first time, you got the music that you can always rewind, go back, and play that again and again. I've played this song hundreds of times. I never get tired of playing it. It's such a fun song to play. So what we need to do next, after the string along rag, we're going to move on to another song which can be very, very, very fun to play, as there are so many different ukulele parts. We're going to play through single notes as well as strumming. So we're going to go back to the strumming. And this song is particularly fun because there is a different style into this one. All of a sudden, as we play this melodic song, it goes into a rap section, and that makes it all very special. So it starts very mellow and gentle. We play single notes, and we call that the drip drop, drip drop. And you can see that on the screen here. All we need to do for that drip drop section is we play the E, that will be our drip, and the C will be our drop. So we go drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop, and that we can do throughout the entire song if we want to, until we go to the rap section. When we go to the rap, we stop the sound and we only play that note here, the C. And we can say boom, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha, boom, boom, cha. So these are two parts of the ukulele that we're going to be playing for now. Yeah, let's only concentrate on those two. Drip, drop. And you can also see in real music how they will be represented by these two symbols. We call them note head. They are filled inside and they have a stem next to it. They will represent what we are playing in duration. So let's have one playthrough. We're only going to be playing the drip drop, and then we will play the rap by playing the C note, and then we go back to the drip drop to finish the song. Yeah? And here it comes. This is called It's Raining, It's Pouring.
Drip, drop, drip, drop. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. Splash, splash.
Just drip drop for us.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning.
Just play the C note.
Get up, get up, get up, get out of bed. It doesn't matter what the weatherman said. You may be getting old, you may have bumped your head, but you gotta get to work to keep the family
Back to
fed.
the drip drop.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning.
Lovely. Well done. Well done, everybody. So we played a drip drop, and we also played the C note over the rap session, which was the boom boom cha, boom boom cha. And what we're going to do now, we're going to learn two new patterns. The next pattern we're going to be learning is called splash. And we're just going to strum like we did in that thumb brush strum, but we're only going to strum once. Splash, 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 for the duration of 2 beats. Now, 2 beats, you will see a symbol here that represents the length of 2 beats in music. And as you notice, differently from the drip drop, the splash is now not filled. It's got a note head, not filled inside, and then it's got a stem. The drip drop symbol, which is a bit faster, is filled inside and it's got a note head. And the more we use these symbols, the more we get familiar with them. For now, let's just call them splash and drip drop. And next week, I'm going to tell you the names of those symbols. But I tell you what, if you want to, you can do some research already, and then you can learn in advance what they are called. So we're going to do the splash, where we strum all the strings. And that comes soon after the drip drop first verse comes in. I'll give you a count of 4, and we do the splash together. After the splash, there is another ukulele pattern which we're going to switch, and it's called pitta patta, and that one again is got different symbols which you will see right here. So we got 2 notes now joined together by the beam. They're joined together, and that makes them play even faster than the drip drop. And you can see the pitch there. Pitta patta, pitta patta. So we got 2 different patterns. Then when we go to the boom boom cha, feel free to play the C again, and we can join in with the rap. And the ending bit, we can join in back with a drip drop. And at the end of the song, we can end with a final splash. I'll guide you through as we go. It's quite a challenging song, but it's so much fun to play this one. So get ready for the drip drop.
Drip, drop, drip, drop.
Drip, drop, drip, drop.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. Splash, splash. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning.
Just a C note and boom boom cha. That note there, yeah?
Get up, get up, get up, get out of bed. It doesn't matter what the weatherman said. You may be getting old, you may have bumped your head, but you gotta get to work to keep the family fed.
Drip drop, E, C, E, C.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning.
And we end with a splash. Wow. Great work, everybody, if you managed to follow through. If not, just rewind the video and play that one again. And you can have as much fun as you like. The more you play, the more you practice, the more you're going to learn about those new symbols that we spoke today. The drip drop, the higher and lower pitch, the splash, it's a longer sound. The pitta patta is a quicker sound. Pitta patta. And I can actually hear it's raining outside. So the song fitted perfectly today. And very, very rarely I play this in school unless it rains. When it rains and I go in school, we play this song every time. When it doesn't rain, we don't play it. But because it's raining now, we can play it all the time. And hopefully that will stop the rain. Anyway, have a wonderful week. Next week, we're going to check the answers together for the pitch, if it was high or lower, of the 3 questions. I'd love to see some of your drawing of the ukulele and the ukulele parts that you pointed, the bridge, the neck, the head, etc., etc. And some of your clapping games, if you've been doing that. Don't clap this one back, or you can say don't clap that rhythm back. Right, so I'll see you next week for lesson number 4. I'm going to anticipate we're going to be playing the C chord again, so keep working on that C chord strumming, as we will follow up for the Frere Jacques song, and we will develop that with different strumming pattern, and we will apply some lyrics that are not French. We can sing that in English and another surprise version. So well done, everybody, from Mr. Rainoni. I'll see you next week. Bye.